well that became a challenge. One leg, two legs, we're crossing constantly. What is this? You're very hard to keep up with. You're so cute. We are off to go eat at the buffet, your favorite. Yay! Of course, the minute I hit record, I go and cough. My daughter hit me in the throat, and ever since she hit me in the throat, I can't seem to stop coughing. Yesterday, she kicked me in the face. I thought I was gonna wake up with black eyes because she got me really, really good, teary-eyed and all.
You were crying.
I was crying. It hurt so bad. Like, the tears would not stop coming, and I was like, for sure I'm gonna wake up with two black eyes. They're fine though. So that's a good thing. I get abused by my daughter. No, everything is accidental, never intentional, obviously.
She felt bad.
She felt really, really bad. So anyways, we are going to the buffet, and I kind of wanted to mention this. I spoke about this not too long ago to somebody, and I thought it was a good point to make. It's okay if you don't agree, but this is just our point and our opinion. From experience, we have noticed, like, when I decided to get healthy and eat super clean, barely leave the house, it was like 4 or 5 years without eating any fast food. If we ate out, it was very like local and fresh, and everything had to be like perfect. And then we decided, I missed this, let's eat it, and we got so sick. And we've noticed, like, your body just doesn't get immune to it anymore, and it's good and bad. See, it's good to remove a lot of the junk out of your diet. But when you remove everything and then somebody cooks a meal for you or something is out of the ordinary, you can get really, really sick. And some people end up in the hospital because their body cannot handle all the crap, all the garbage, in other words. So we do this thing where we try to eat out every so often so that we don't become so sensitive to food. We've been doing pretty good the way we've been eating. So we haven't even gone, I don't even remember the last time we went to the buffet, maybe 2 months or longer. I don't know. But we just like to do it to keep our bodies kind of immune to, like, garbage. I know it sounds funny, but it's real. And I speak about this because I know people personally who, like, will not eat a certain food forever, and they accidentally eat it and they end up in the hospital really sick, and they can't handle it, their body can't handle it. And it's more like survival. It's like, if shit goes to shit, we ain't gonna die because we eat fast food. You know, like, that's pretty much how we think. Again, this is our opinion, this is what we choose to do. We're not saying you have to do it. But if you relate, let me know. Tell us your experience, because it's not a good one, I'm sure. Actually, when I pick things, I kind of stay away from fried things. I try to get a lot of veggies in and some clean protein. That's usually my go-to, and it tastes really good. And the sushi. And then he gets this, which we all kind of eat. So good. You just pick a bunch of stuff and they stir fry them together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. All right, guys, so because it's relevant right now, I want to talk about a couple bulking tips. It's a Q&A, a lot of things you guys have been asking for, because once I cut, I'm probably not gonna talk about this at all. It's just not gonna be relevant at the time. So I just wanna answer you guys this question and get it out of the way. So let's begin. The first question, what was your longest bulk, longest cut, and are you always increasing calories during your bulk? Now, longest bulk, this will always depend on each individual. When I started at 14% body fat, I had to put on a lot of size. At the time I was working out more, so I was more active, which means to see gaining and size on me was taking a lot longer. So then I would do like really long bulks, and I would even go through summer and do them. And usually my typical is just bulking during winter, and that's it now. But back then I had to do it all through summer as well because I needed to really gain some size. So the longest, how long? Maybe 8 months? 8, 9 months? And then I would do a cut just to see where I was, and then I would start bulking again. Longest cut, cuts don't last long till you reach your goal. You cut, and if you haven't reached your size goal, you start to gain again. A cut is pretty much like saying, hey, let me see what I've built under all this, Am I happy with this size? No. All right, get back to bulking. You don't really get to enjoy your cut for very long until you've reached your goal body. So cuts won't last long. Plus, I also think that you should get off of a deficit at some point, and winter's the best time to do it. I'm not saying go into a surplus, but you can go into maintenance, especially if you're very cut as it is and shredded. You don't want to stay in a deficit for so long. There's no need. It can actually be counterproductive and you can lose a lot of muscle. So sometimes it's good to get out of that deficit. And then increasing calories during bulk. This is also, there's no yes or no answer here. When I first started bulking, yes, I had to increase calories a lot because I was working out a lot more. My metabolism was very fast. Eating 3,000 calories was like nothing for me. I still wasn't gaining anything. So yeah, I had to keep increasing till I was gaining size. Now, this bulk, I have not increased at all. I've stayed pretty steady the entire bulk. Not once have I increased. It was more of a lean bulk, but I feel like I've put on a lot of size, right? I put on a lot of size. I didn't expect that. So it's to each individual, it's gonna be different. All right, this is 2 questions. Someone asked, okay, question, why bulk if you're cutting in a month and a half? Is there a purpose? I really don't know, so that's why I'm asking. Hope you can answer. Someone else said, yes, I was thinking the same thing. I noticed you bulk and cut and repeat. Is there a reason why? Yes. Remember my before body? Well, in order to get to my after body, you bulk and you cut. If you already know this part, you're gonna know what bulking is about, but a really quick summary. When you bulk, you give your body extra calories to build muscle mass. You cannot build muscle mass, grow big muscles, when you're eating at a deficit. You can get definition, you can get small muscle, your butt can shrink and look nice and toned, but unless you're giving it a surplus of calories, you won't actually gain the size you want. But with that comes extra fat. So do you want that fat? No. So then you gotta go cut, get rid of that fat, look at the muscle you've built. Have you built enough muscle? No. Bulk, cut, repeat until you get to the size you want. I think that was easy, right? Next one. Someone said, you're still able to see definition on you even though you're bulking. I'm bulking and I see nothing. I have no definition and I see it in all your photos. Should I be able to see some definition? This varies for everyone. I have a lot of muscle on me. So for me, the amount of fat I put on doesn't cover up all my muscle because of the years of, just building extra muscle. If it's your first bulk, chances are you're not gonna have any muscle definition. You're probably gonna hide all that. And then you have to also ask yourself, where are you starting? Are you starting in a position where you are super fit, shredded, already have muscle? Or are you starting skinny fat or just thin and you don't really have muscle? Then you gotta see, am I gonna see any definition at all whatsoever? You have to ask yourself, is this an aggressive bulk? Is it a lean bulk? So again, this is gonna vary for everyone. I will always see definition because that for me is my cue. Hey, you can barely see abs, you can barely see muscle, you gotta chill, you gotta cut now. That for me has been important, but I have started with a lot of muscle, so therefore you see more. It is also very important to know what you're doing, to have someone to tell you if you're in the right direction, because I had a client come to me because she was bulking and her previous trainer told her she should be gaining half a pound a week minimum, and if she's not, she needs to keep increasing calories. So she kept increasing calories until she got way overweight, no muscle, all of it was fat because she was gaining way too much weight. And when you gain really fast amount of weight, the majority of it is fat. You can only gain 2 to 5 pounds max a month of muscle, and girls are on the way low end of that, like even 2 pounds. It's incredibly difficult, and I speak from experience. So I would go for quite a while without seeing any gain, and it doesn't mean, oh, I didn't see gain, I must increase calories. You have to pay attention to your body because the scale, as I told you guys, is often very inaccurate. It can't measure a lot of things going on with your body. You need to reflect and look in the mirror, see how your clothes are fitting. If your pants are getting tighter but you're not seeing the scale go up and you keep increasing calories, that's a problem. Obviously the coach didn't know what they were doing, and I don't know why you would put it in a client's hands to increase their calories. I would never. No, I'd be like, no, let me do it for you. There's no reason that you should be even playing with your calories. But putting that aside, you have to, use logic when it comes to
bulking, and you have to really be in tune with your body, know what's going on. Hey, I'm gaining, even though the scale is not telling me so, I feel it. Next one, how do you decide and set the time frame for your bulking and cutting? You mentioned you have 1.5 months left. Is there a specific is this set for a specific reason, or do you go by feeling? This is literally, it's gonna be summer and I want to be shredded in summer. Like I've told you guys, summer bodies are made in winter. You bulk during winter, you start cutting spring, you're set by summer, and then you continue. It's just really hard to bulk during summer. I have done it. I didn't enjoy it, sitting by the pool with like a little baby looking belly and I didn't enjoy it. So for that reason, it's really important to make sure that you bulk during winter when you can cover up, wear loose things. That's the only reason I do it. And now I'm cutting earlier because last year I made the mistake of, well, it's not necessarily that I made the mistake, I was just not in a position where I could start cutting and working out a little bit more because we were currently moving at the time. So I started cutting way too late, and I actually got like really shredded by the end of summer. During summer I kind of felt fluffy and big. So this time I'm gonna start a little bit earlier. Next question, Florina, I'm gonna bulk right now and I'm progressively overloading the weight in my workouts. If I don't want more muscle in my upper body, should I stay in the same weight here instead of increasing the weight? I'm more focused on legs and butt. Like you, I feel my upper body is set. For this, I'm doing it less often, and when I do it, it's more high reps. I'm not trying to increase weight. So yes, and just kind of keep the reps a bit higher so that you are engaging those muscles, but don't completely neglect upper body because it's gonna look kind of funny. You're not gonna feel good. You're gonna feel very full and just blah on top. So I still try to keep them in, just higher reps. But yeah, if you don't want to grow size, don't be doing, 30, 40 pound curls, because your muscle is going to keep growing. All right, next question. Maybe you can film a video for newbies about knowing when to up weights and by how much for each exercise. Some weeks I feel weaker than others. This is actually very normal. If you feel challenged, if you've put in a good workout, it doesn't matter that, hey, I hit 285 once in my lifetime because I can't reach that number again or go over it. Does that mean I'm not gonna get progress? Not at all. As long as you feel challenged, you're good. So you're gonna feel weaker sometimes. You've had a stressful day, you're a mom, you just work a lot, or whatever the case is. The idea is to always feel challenged in a workout. As long as you're feeling challenged, it's okay if you didn't quite hit the weight. As long as you're trying and you are really focusing on that muscle, you will see growth. And I've noticed that also depends on when I work out and if I've just eaten. Like, I work out great fasted. I have so much more energy and I can keep going. When I've eaten, I find myself like huffing and puffing really early in the game. Something lightweight could feel so heavy on me just because, I don't know, I feel like when I'm full with food, I just don't have the energy that I want as when I'm fasted. So find out what works better for you, and then obviously work out at an appropriate hour where you have your best energy. If you can, obviously if you can. If you can't, you can't. Do what you can. But those little factors, they do play a big role. Like, I work out amazing when I'm fasted. So, I mean, I can't always, so I'll still work out even if I've eaten, but those days, they're the best. Okay, so this last question is very, very important. And I think this is the biggest problem that people don't understand. It will lead to eat towards your goals, but I think a lot of people make this mistake. She goes to say, I have a question regarding bulking. I have been doing a lot of glute weighted workouts to grow my glutes 3 times a week. The thing is, I want to lose weight as well for my belly. I have a belly and I know it all comes down to eating healthy if you want to lose that belly fat. I eat enough calories and good carbs so my glute muscles will grow, but can I actually grow my glutes and lose weight at the same time? I do HIIT every day and we combine weight training with cardio. It's intense, I love it, I'm addicted. There are so many points in here that will contradict what you're trying to do. First of all, doing HIIT every day when you're trying to bulk would be very counterproductive unless you're eating way over 3,000 calories, which takes me to my second point. Are you eating towards your goals? Which you're clearly not, because you're not sure if you want to burn the fat on your belly or build your glutes. Burning fat, must eat at a deficit. Grow glutes, you must eat at a surplus. So what this tells me is you're not really tracking. You're telling me you're eating healthy to burn fat, but that's not all it takes. Yes, eating healthy is good for your health, but you need to eat at a deficit to burn fat, which at the same time, as I just said, you can't grow in size. So I feel like you probably need a lot of help, and you should probably get some help, because doing this, you can spend years of not knowing what you're doing. You don't want to waste years of your time doing this, because the younger you are, the easier it is. The older you get, the harder it is to build muscle. I think they said like once you hit 30, in your 30s, then at that point it starts to get harder and harder with each year that passes. So obviously you don't want to spend too much time. I had a client sign up and she's like, for 7 years I've been working on my goals. She's like, I haven't moved forward. I've been trying to grow my butt and get rid of this belly fat, Florina, and I just can't. And I was like, because you're trying to do two things that require you to do the opposite. So we need to get you eating towards your goals, and the sooner you cut down that belly fat, the sooner you can start working on bulking, and then bam, get to your goals. But this one is important because I see this all the time. People can't grow a butt, then they start to say it's a myth, no one can do it. But again, eat towards your goals, guys. I'm always gonna say it, eat towards your goals. Make sure you're eating towards your goals. I do wanna mention that there's this, they say if you maintain, you can grow in size. Yes, but mind you, this is a very, very, very long journey. It's gonna take you years and years. And if you think 3 years is a lot, my journey, and I didn't eat to maintain to grow my glutes, you're looking at like 6-7 years of doing this in order to reshape your body. So yes, you don't have to do the whole bulk cut, but it's for 6-7 years of maintaining very, very slow progress. I'm gonna say it because yes, I've had people say, well, I heard you can do it maintaining. Yes, you can. It's just a very, very long journey. So it's up to you if you want to do it that way. But yes, to answer your question, you can. Anyways, this was a very overdue video. I wanted to do it for you guys. I read all the comments. I even screenshot them and make sure that I do bring them back in a video or answer them. And I really wanted to do this for you guys. It was highly requested. However, fun videos will be coming up this week. We will be doing like a makeup one, all my favorite makeup products, my makeup look, and then a bikini haul. And you guys will not be disappointed. I tell you, these bikinis are top notch and affordable. And this time it was in my hands. Usually companies want to send me stuff and you kind of like, you take it because it's your only option. But for me, like, I've been saying no to every single company because I've had companies send me stuff and I haven't done hauls, and I pretty much told them, you can have it back. I don't want it, and I'm not putting it in a video. This is shit quality. I have taken it into my own hands to find things that I like, and then I can share it with you guys. So all these bikinis were literally handpicked, chosen because I really wanted them, down to the very color and style and everything. So I think you guys are really gonna enjoy that. Stay tuned for those videos. If you enjoyed this video, as always, give it a thumbs up. It'll motivate me. Hit the bell by the subscribe button after you have subscribed so that you get notified every time I post a video. And until next time, bye guys.